Hey there, welcome back. So we're gonna embark on our trip in our favorite rocket ship, going through the skies. My kids listen to that childhood song over and over again. All right, we just finished killing off the hag, and now I'm looking to see. We did go to the Selenite outpost. We also, I think, went to the Zentarum hideout. Basically, what we need to do next is we either need to go um, confront the Githyanki. Remember when I tried to do that earlier and it wasn't going well? Or we can go to the Underdark. And the answer is we're going to do both. But which is the right order? I don't think it matters, but we're going to do the Underdark because the Githyanki one, like I said, is challenging. So we can go to the Selenite outpost, and there's basically two different ways to get into the Underdark that are, well, there's three technically. We can go through the tea house. There's a way to the Underdark there. I actually would need to think about how to do that, but I know there's a way. And then it's easier to go from the Underdark up to the tea house than it is to go the other way around. The Selenite outpost is I think the primary way that they encourage you to do it. And then the Zentarum hideout is, to be quite honest, the safest way to do it. But let me just show you the primary way. Alright, so you may remember this. This is the underneath the goblin.
One day I'll catch a break.
I came down here a while ago and I explained, we go here, you can see we actually got that. Alright, so I open this door. If I were to step out, I'm going to get clobbered by this blast of light energy because it's basically set up to protect the fortress. Now, I did suggest that there might be a way to shut it off. If there is, I don't know how. But see this window here? It's open. And so we could just go out the window. And I just want to zoom out a little bit and show you that, you come down these stairs and it takes you, over here. And if you were to go straight this way, that's where the Zentarum outpost is. So they actually aren't very far apart in terms of how to get down here. But by going out the window, though, look, there's no connection between this and that. So we're going a completely different way by going here. And in fact, we're going a very dangerous way, but I actually like this way. So we're going to go ahead and do it. And the first thing you should notice as you sneak out the window is there's all these people that are petrified. Clue! Also, these orange things are annoying. So we're going to come out and we're going to go ahead and
Hope your soul is in good hands.
get rid of that. And we're going to come along and go down the knotted roots. Now in this case, the bird is actually not a bad idea again, just because you can see there's there's 3 levels of potential interactions here. I'm just going around and destroying anything that's going to blow up on me. So I don't think I have the spell that lets me
No time to dally.
turn them back to flesh. Let me look real quick. Feign death. Yeah, I don't believe I do. That's okay. The people who are turned to stone are actually not nice people. Then you can see, there was a way to climb up here. It goes, you can see you could climb down this cliff. You got all this stuff. This is not meant to be the easiest thing to get up to. We're sort of cheating by going through the window. And see this little swirly blue thing? This is the tea house. So we can go up, you know, if you were to step onto that, that actually is the tea house entrance. So they're right next to each other, although getting from one to the other is not the same. As you can see, they're divided up here. But yeah, so you have this this trap and this basically nauseous fumes you would have to go through, and then you go down. And like I said, it's a completely different way to get into the Underdark. It goes down a different path. But I'm going to go ahead and save one more time, because something is going to happen very,
Enough
very
waiting.
soon here.
I crave blood.
I guess I'm just trying to decide if I want the Raven or something that's a little bit more maybe damage dealing. I'll go ahead and stick with the Raven. Let's get the Paladin up front, and there it is. We are surprised. And you might recognize one of these. What he did was he unpetrified here. But Dorn will actually help us kill him. This time he didn't. Oh, because he's charmed. So let's get her. So what they did was they cast darkness on us, so we're all blinded. A bird went over and did a heavy
Survival is all that matters.
The good news is all you have to do is just get out of the darkness.
Very well.
Now, Dorn here is the leader of a party that's trying to find the ancient forge. He's not necessarily our friend. Right, so we can do lightning. That's our thing. Hit both of them. I like this plan. Just killed one. And we went invisible. Look at all the nice stuff he has. So he has a memory shard. Which I think... Here, look at that. Last pendant. Lightning blast. Some really nice stuff. We're gonna go ahead and take all that. How did our dude take all that damage? Oh, it was... That might be worth putting on. We can always give this to somebody else. We're not going to do it in the middle of combat, though. Alright, so I went invisible, and then I can fly somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and fly up here. Looked like he knew where I was, but... Yeah. Hit twice. Or even had a chance to go. Gotta get our friend up. Only one guy who's injured.
Take two.
So go ahead and do that. Maybe do call lightning. Storm is our thing. There's two of them. We can do a bigger storm. That's a much bigger storm. See, the problem with that is that's gonna hurt our bird. I don't know what's the right call here. I mean, obviously actually, our guy is near dead, and maybe we should heal him a bit more. Turn undead's not gonna work. So he did do a save. That was still 50
Time to
damage.
strike.
Not bad. And yeah, we're gonna strike. So we can do a divine smite. 56%. Our normal attack was 14 and we did 9 more. 9 more. 3 more. That's all good. And he got resurrected. There's mark on him. Knew that was coming. So we just charmed him. And of course he's looking for me. This is my last known spot. I do find that an interesting mechanic. Alright. The spectator is our biggest threat. So let's see if we can take him down. We got Hunter's Mark. So let us do a
I
little
wonder if this is
damage.
worth the cost.
I could do a Witch Bolt and hit both of them. Well, the Witch Bolt is hit my pet. My pet never gets angry if I hit him. Sure, we're gonna do this. Do Witch Bolt. One on you. One on you. 9 damage and 7. Almost enough. Alright, so we got 2 people now. Very heavily damaged. Go ahead and do this. Get him back up. We could do another shatter. He's as good as dead.
I will ascend.
One down. Then we got this guy on the other end of the map. And of course, since he got KO'd,
Yes, here.
we should probably get him away from the edge. Shoot his arrows. And this is where the Raven's really nice. Even with fly. Not gonna quite get there, but the mobility is really, really good.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
And I'm not feeling very threatened anymore.
Need to find a way
Closer.
forward.
There we go. 18 damage. Pretty good. One health away. Come on.
Victory awaits. My path be true.
Should do the trick. It should do the trick.
Drow? And worse. What were they doing here?
Alright, so as you can see, the lightning charges were built up.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
No time wasted. Battle
A
awaits.
lot of healing is done. There's a lot of looting to be done here. First off, the spectator has a ray of fear and a wounding ray spell. They're not awful. Here you can see there's
Securing.
gold. We're gonna go ahead and take a shard. These shards are just alchemy stuff.
Objective noted.
That's another alchemy thing. The chasm creeper, the viridian crystal. All of this is alchemy stuff. And
Worth
of course,
examining.
this is getting near the.
Trap. Just as I
You can see
expected.
there's a trap, and then this alchemist fire there. It's almost like a Molotov cocktail kind of thing. And you gotta be careful because that will blow up. And like I said, we could go work our way down and explore the rest of the Underdark, you know, from that direction. To be honest, I think that's the wrong way to go. Being able to fight this thing and kill it is perfect. But you find this dude here. Do we really just kill these things? I think eventually you can unfreeze them, but what ends up happening is this guy here, Dorn, like I said, he's leading a mission, and he basically is paranoid, so he'll attack you because he doesn't want to share his secrets with you. And in fact, that brings up a good point.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well,
See, we have
in
the
it.
ability to speak with the dead already, so I can, for example, equip that, and I don't even need the other one. So this lets me get lightning blast. Strengthen your next lightning spell or cantrip. So it takes 2 turns. It's a bonus action. I don't know. It doesn't seem horrible. We'll try it.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
This one here, obviously we got Misty Step equipped multiple times, right? 1, 2, 3 times. This is a spell. The other one probably is Boots. I'm gonna say, how could she not be proficient? What is the third way she has it? See, I keep seeing that not proficient message at the bottom. And then it goes away. It's really interesting. So one of them is coming from here. And then this one is coming from somewhere else. I don't know what. Maybe it's her race. Maybe it's just a racial bonus. But then obviously the third one, that one's this actual, just because she's a paladin, she could cast a spell. So very interesting. We got the spectator eyes. Let's see what everybody's got going on. He's got the aid talisman. And she has the animal friendship, which is worthless. So let's give this to her. Probably not the best because these are
What's next?
I don't know what kind of spells these are. Are they wisdom based or intelligence based? That's what my thoughts are. But anyways,
At least things have stayed interesting.
what do we do about the drows?
Time for some bloody work.
See, they got a lot of stuff on them. course, I ended up getting weighed down just from picking up that one thing.
Let's have a look. Can't slow down.
Let's... sort things by weight, which is probably what I should be doing here. We can move the staff over. Here we go. Okay. The thing that's got my most curiosity is I can't remember what the memory shard's for. Now, obviously, it's a crystal with... Basically, you should be able to... Here, let me save this first. I think there's like a machine or something you can insert this into.
A dull crystal, glowing only faintly.
Here we go. Let's determine its function.
You heard its like described before. A memory shard, used to store brief mental impressions from the user's mind. The crystal's glow swells, drawing you into its depths. You are transported, somewhere deep, loud, and hot as the hells themselves.
This is the Grim Forge.
Within the Underdark's bowels, beyond an ancient stronghold, hovers a giant hammer, waiting to fall. An echoing clang, and you're back to yourself, left only with a firm sense of a place. A grand forge.
Yeah, so this is the thing that the Dorn guy was searching for. And you can find it without
With such a device.
Dorn or even looking at this memory. It's really very available. I don't know what other way to put it. It's like... But it is, I guess, the big thing here is, the takeaway is, you can at least learn about its existence. And even though they say it's here at the Underforge, or at the Underdark, it's actually nowhere on this map. You have to actually, like, exit this map to go to another area, and then you'll find it. Yeah, so I'm just finishing them off. So you get to take all this stuff, which all that sells for various amounts of money.
Step quick.
Sure, I'm willing to do that. These guys, like I said, very nice people.
Assume nothing.
But might as well do
Chaka.
it quicker.
Repositioning.
So here we can climb up, and then we can crawl along the edge, the side here, and I think you can jump here, work your way around. You can obviously light that brazier, but there's the issue of eventually I think you get stuck. Like this whole defense system will hit you here and here. You got to get to like these lower stairs before it finally stops getting you. So is there a way I can just... I might be able to jump from here over to here. I just don't know if every character can.
No one
The
stopped
worst
me
jumper
yet.
in the party is me. Let's try it.
Moving ahead.
I am higher up. No way.
Here we go.
Over here. You can see this dude's coming up to attack.
Else, I wouldn't want to get hit by that.
Says, I don't want to get hit by that. Of course he doesn't. So if I had the fly spell, that would work. And like I said, we can go back and just follow the path down, I guess. The Zentarum outpost is actually, this is where,
Eager for
like I said,
battle.
maybe that's the better path.
Proceeding.
Or we could just go out the front door and take a few hits. I mean, it's not going to kill us. I'm actually being a lot more fearful of that front door thing than I probably should be. Alright, so if we come down to here, clearly there's a trap.
Well, hello.
If we had a barrel or something and you set it over this vent, this stuff goes away. And sometimes these are very difficult traps to disarm. See, level 30. It's not worth my time. I get a +7. So the best I could roll is 20. And so 27. I do have the ability to cast guidance, which would possibly add 4 more. I'd have to roll a 19 or 20 and then get a 4 from guidance. I mean, it's just not going to happen. But it looks like we can
This
come over
way.
here. Of course, I don't pay attention.
What's that?
Good place to dig. And as with all
Action,
jumping,
not reaction.
gets a little glitchy. So you have to separate the party, or otherwise they all jump back.
Can't give up now.
Alright, so we avoided all this stuff.
At the ready.
And then just come down here. And we made it to the bottom. Now it just auto-saved, which I think the autosave is because it normally assumes you're going up. So we got knocked down, and that put us into turn-based mode. Oh my gosh, is that thing really popping out here? There's a beast that goes around. We're going to exit turn-based. And here we are. It really is coming out.
A better position.
I've never been attacked here, or this quickly actually, but there she is. Okay, so it's the Boulette, it's a predator of the dark. There's been like earthquakes and stuff several times as we've been walking around. And I don't know what causes this thing to finally attack you. I really don't. But eventually it does. And you know, I've had a game where he didn't attack me until I had most of the Underdark completely explored. This one, he's attacking me like we just entered the Underdark. I mean, I know we came down through the Zentarum thing, but it's very interesting how this changes. But anyways, the objective remains the same. Murder, death, kill. I'm gonna go ahead and miss. And then critical hits, so that's a nice balance. You don't have enough movement points to go suck his blood. We're still on the Raven, but the nice thing about the Raven is his movement points are insane. And able to go in and do 13
What now?
damage. I probably should do a spell and not be cheap. We ignore resistance, or we can just blast him. Damage. Oh, that's right. We get to keep it on him. Cast it again. Okay, that's not a bad idea at all. So we just did 44 damage. That's, you know, just weird. That's 44 damage. We only have 32 health in our character. What's 44 damage? It's nothing. And this is the part I don't understand is like why I can't hit it. There's a free. Yeah, get some higher up. We're just gonna shoot him with arrows twice because that's all I can do.
My faith will protect me.
We got another one come in. And we've got similar situations here. Let's try this thing right. Close enough. I don't think fear's gonna work. I can't do this either. There we go. 12 damage because he resisted. Some arrow shots coming. I like the way they chuckle whenever you miss. We just sucked his blood. Regenerated 6 health.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Satisfying about that. So, I'm gonna try this. Should have done this last term. We're gonna go ahead and activate Witch Bolt again. That wasn't bad. Okay, 6 damage was way better than 44.
Taste my fury.
There we go. Dead. The Blood Guzzler Garb. You gain Wrath for a turn, which I think this is more of a barbarian thing. I'll go ahead and take it. The other stuff I'm not.
Don't waste a
on.
step.
Alright. So he is out of the way, which is good because he harasses you throughout various parts. So to get him out of the way this early is.
How delicious.
I'm gonna complain about that. When you see these spider webs, just burn them. Otherwise, you trigger spiders. And attack you, of course. You don't want that.
Step lightly.
And then this is a treasure chest that actually will torment you. Because normally you're going to be here when you see it for the first time. And we're on the other end. So very interesting. And there's... I don't know why it's not letting me click on it. So you got all these spider eggs. I think there's somebody who's a little spider worship heavy over here. Yeah, praise be to Lolth, the mother of all drow. I think she's like a spider queen thing. I thought there was something you find, but maybe not.
A resupply stash. I wonder if Lolth's pets left anything good.
Alright. So it's just a little prayer to Lolth. Got an antidote, basilisk oil, 4 gold, and then just some studded leather armor. Which, because we respect everybody, this is actually a good thing. He can wear heavy armor, but remember, he can't cast spells while he's wearing heavy. So that studded leather is probably better than what he has right now.
My faith protects me.
Someone there?
Action, not reaction.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Alright. So, as I was saying, this is a nice spot. It's actually, the only way you can really get to this spot is to climb up from here. And you're going through this little field of explosive mushrooms, which they aren't bad. You just gotta... Now there's a ring of mushroom here. This is what helps you go to the tea house. Now to go to the tea house, you have to climb up these little edges and jump, jump, jump. But some of them are illusions, so you'll go to jump on one of these, and then it'll just disappear, and then you fall and take fall damage. And you're actually, this little splat of blood, there's going to be a dead body there, because somebody was trying to jump and of course hit an illusion, and it kills them. But you climb all the way to the top. There will be a little teleporter that will open up, so now you can step on this, and then you never have to climb up this again. Then somewhere up along the top is a way into the tea house. So that's another way you could have gone to visit
What path lies
the
before me?
witch. Now, this is high enough that I think we could jump, but it would cause damage to our characters. So we'll go ahead and go backwards. There's nothing harmful about going this way. Hit all these things because they explode. They don't do an awful lot of damage, but
Think you can take
sometimes
me
you have to
on?
be mindful because they'll destroy something that's next to them. But in this case, we don't have to worry. All right. Here's the temple. Like I said, normally you're going this way because up here is the Zentarum outpost. You can see we came down and did a little bit up here, but we went out the window and now we're down in this area, which, as you can also see, is if we had gone this way or down from here, there's a big long walk all the way around, like it's almost like a horseshoe. You can see you can't cross that river area, so we're actually down in a deeper part of the area. Now, one thing that threw me off and my son is you see this here, and it says, "Oh, I just need to go there, and I can find the Githyanki Kresh. Oh, that's where the mountain pass is. Oh, there's 3 quests down here, so let's go there." All this is trying to tell you is there's a way up. So you have to get out of the Underdark to do those 3 quests. That's it in a nutshell. You just got to get out of the Underdark to do those 3. There is no actual quest in that location. It's just a ladder going up. So there's, for example, an elevator here, and there's stairways here. It's just telling you that there's a way up. And if we were to unlock the tea house thing, actually I think that is the tea house part. So it feels very, I don't know why, but it gets confusing or misleading, what the right term would be. Misleading.
Someone,
I would go with misleading.
something has been digging here.
Alright, so here you can see there's like a little dig spot. Some of it could be, it's the creature we just fought. Or,
Nothing.
yeah, I didn't think there was anything there.
Always room for more.
Right, so yeah, like I said, circle of mushrooms goes up to the tea house. Here's the dead body.
Half this drow's body is crushed. Must have fallen from pretty high up.
And you can read his journal. My time will come. Then the Archmage will worship me, I will be served. I think as long as she can carry it, I'll give her the stuff. And then you can see there's some... And right there, that was a... What do you call that? A fake, false vision. An illusion. So we were able to see through the illusion and that disappeared. And then there's 21 gold. Scroll of enlarge. And somehow a fish that hasn't gone bad. And the fish ended up encumbering me. Alright. Yeah, I don't have a lot of... I mean, that's a heavy item. Let's get rid of that. Those are about half each. Okay. So, just for video purposes...
Oh, action, not reaction.
You don't need to go up this thing. You really don't. I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Right, so there's a false image in one of these. Because you can see she rolled the die and she failed. So I don't know if it's this one, because you could go back and then up, or if it was this one. Like she's bold enough that she could just jump all the way across.
I found something.
She,
Skra. Best to watch my step.
that was funny. And it happened again. And now she's sort of stuck. Oh, what's the best way to do this? Oh, that. Right, so she's in a portion of the map she can't get out of. So the best way to deal with it is you just teleport.
An efficient
Really
path.
annoying. Right, she has a good jump just because she's a athletic type of character, which is what a paladin or a barbarian or any of those would be. We'll get her back down here. Didn't take that long, I guess. Have her come back around. There's a couple things I realized I could do. So that makes her jump like super powerful. And then, I don't know which ones are the illusions and which ones aren't. There's another drop. So it's really annoying. Obviously, if you have somebody that can see the illusions, that's a lot better. Short rest, everybody.
Unprepared.
The other thing that you can do, as long as it's within your line of sight, you can do Misty Step. But the problem is, you're still subject to the weird camera. This is something you'll see people complain about, how the cameras don't, like I can't zoom out anymore, and I can't look up. Like I'm trying to do some weird, like I just did some weird thing like this, and it's like the best I can do, and so I can't like, this should do the trick though. Alright, so she made it to the top.
What is that?
And then this is a illusion, just like before,
Someone didn't want us intruding,
where you can walk through,
which
and
means
then
there's
there's the mushroom
something
circle.
worth finding.
And this, as you can see, shows us there's a couple things we want to do. Before I step on that circle, let's come out here. Step on this one. So that just basically turned on the teleporter, and so now we can step on this circle. I never have to jump up that thing again. And then we can go through here. And click on this mushroom circle. And I know it doesn't look familiar to you yet, but that's because there's another one of these doors. See, that's where the final battle was. So there's a door that we could use to get through. I don't know why I can't. Maybe it's because we killed her already. You can come through here and then bam, 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 go down the stairs, and there's your battle. Maybe there was something I was supposed to do to get that to open. I don't know. That's actually a great question. I usually never go this way, but as you can see, that was another way up. And it's right there located where those 3 quests were allegedly were. And now, you don't see 3 quests listed there. So yeah, the hag is all about her illusions.
Consider me intrigued.
Alright. So a little bit of time wasted, but you at least understand how that works. Then, as you can see, I think there's 2 pathways here. Can't say I remember which one's which, but we're gonna go ahead. Sometimes you have to orient yourself. So this was pathway 1, that was pathway 2. And so, okay, pathway 1 is a dead end. You might be able to jump from here to there. We can go ahead and take pathway 2. In fact, I think that jump is necessary. Yes. This is going somewhere. I don't want to go here yet. But we will go there. Like, that is an important thing to do. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
The camp looks abandoned. And rightly so.
There's a lot of stuff here. First of all, we're at a beach along the river. So we can go ahead and do this one first. And if you come along here,
That's curious.
gold necklace up there. And it's like, how do I get that gold necklace? Well, this is where...
will be done.
Jump up yourself. I think Mage Hand's broken.
That might be worth a look.
So, that's all you had to do. Just have somebody in your
Just
party that can
so.
jump. Right. Some nice arrows. I don't think we need the torch.
Without delay.
This is just some more
Found
alchemy
and
stuff.
taken.
And that's not even worth going to get. Maybe there's something hidden. Okay, so I knew to go to this way because this was a dead end. And shouldn't be anything here.
Open up.
Look at our little treasure. You can see over here there is a boat. And we can get on that boat and take it to the next place. But that's where the forge is. Now, mind you, it's not a... You take the boat and boom, there's the forge. There's a lot going on over there. But it's definitely something you can... where you want to eventually go. But you don't want to go there now. And also, there's quite a few battles over there. So that's something else you also want to avoid for... just for now. I mean, we're going to do all of this. I just think there's maybe a sequence to things. And if you did do the battle now, no big deal. It's just... the person who tells you to go do the battle here is... we haven't met them yet. So there's like some things you're just doing out of order. And I think it's largely because we went through the window. So we're basically going backwards through the area. So I'm gonna head on up here. And you can see there's a lot of bridges, and this comes over here to this building. This building, by the way, is what's gonna trigger the major battle. So we're gonna just turn right. And all you can see for now, there's some Dwagars, which are some dark, crooked wand of fireballs. So that was a very interesting find. And you can climb up this rope, and you avoid that whole battle for now. And now we're getting closer to. Does that look familiar? That's where the Lol shrine was, or Loth, or whatever it was called. And
Let's have a
you
look.
can see there's a deep gnome. Gets killed. And now we're walking our way backwards. Work our way up. Find another dead one. This is the part that's interesting, is you have these little quakes, which is supposed to represent that thing that we just killed.
Fresh corpses.
And then now we just found a dead
There
fungus.
was a battle here.
And there was a battle here. That's the part. You're supposed to be coming down this hill, not up the hill. That's okay.
Damask and torch stalks. Kind of a combination. Blown up by
Okay,
the other.
It all clears up. Now you might be asking, why is it so much more powerful? Well, it's because there's these other mushrooms that are next to it that are causing all that black haze to show up. These ones right here, the Timask. Alright, all those are gone. Just keep going up, up, up. Alright, so where are we going actually? Here you can see we are back to where the Zentarum outpost was. And then there's just this little bit between that hasn't been revealed. And there's a Minotaur. Heading towards... oh, right there he is. is who's overlooking us. Now,
That might be worth a look.
we gotta. Let's see, because we were digging. It wasn't letting us save ourselves from the spores. Let's get a little bit out of the way. Make it go away permanently. Alright. So what's going through my mind? The place I want to go to is over here. So I'm thinking of backtracking. But revealing this map is just for completion, and I need to pause. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I think for thoroughness, I will... There is something here. It's minor, but we'll go do it. That, Minotaur is not somebody to trifle with. He does a bull rush thing, so... in some ways, I sort of want to attack him from below.
Don't touch me. Go.
Well, let's get our animal here. The spider is always a good one for the Underdark. I think in this situation we're going to go with the wolf. There we go. Lunging bite. Quite enough. Let's jump up. There we go. Knocked him down.
Never a
Stood back
dull
up
moment.
because nobody else in the
How
battle.
further can I go?
Yep, there's another one. Okay. Let's do twin spell on you. Oh. Get a little closer. On you. Oh, he's not in range. Okay, we're not gonna do twins. Zap him for a good 22 damage. Got it like that. And we get to fly somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead and go up here.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Try to get up as much as we can. Of course we miss.
I am fury. I am death.
Really nice jump.
Can't be true.
Nothing I can do about that other Minotaur at the moment.
What should I do?
Whittling down this one.
On my way.
That actually does some decent damage. Nothing.
You will not take me.
That got a whole bunch of us, didn't it? Here comes another one. Oh nope, he had to dash. Alright. Well. Go ahead and get some health back. That would hit all of us. Guess we're switching to... Oh, nice.
Let's go.
Okay, so definitely want to do twinned. This time we're gonna go not a lot of damage, but that's okay.
Swift and lethal.
We can finish off one of these. Alright, one down. Take the other one.
To me.
See, damage ain't bad. Or not bad at all for a hammer attack. Of course. Now, this happens to me sometimes. It takes a while for the game to load the graphical response. So, like, it looks like nothing happened, but here, it's just the computer's lagging a little bit. That's not cool. Alright, so bonus action. Get him up. We gotta take this guy down.
Shall we cut and run?
And there it is.
Moving in.
That was,
Open up.
like I said, the Minotaurs aren't trivial.
What's inside?
Usually when you do this battle, you're up here because you came from this entire outpost. So both of the Minotaurs are trying to get up to you, and it's actually very satisfying because you know they can climb up around
There
this
better be
way,
a
but
soft bedroll
it's
in
like
my
a
near future.
it's a very slow process, and you get to shoot at them quite a bit. And in our situation, we had to climb up towards them, which gave them the advantage.
I should speak up.
So we're pet and scratch multiple times. And of course we have people that want to talk to us.
Ever since we shared each other's flesh, and either like a coward or perhaps the parasite has weakened you. Or perhaps you still long for my taste.
How can you say no to that?
I never promised more than a night. Though I can't deny the lure of your tempt me.
Tempt me.
Like the shield bearer and pikeman must train to march. Very well. I will claim you once you have taken to rest.
Only if you promise.
Yes.
Alright, is that it? Let's get our rest.
Lae'zel appears at your bunk, her eyes raging
is.
with desire. You suspect you won't be getting much sleep
It feels
tonight.
good to be a dragon. Indeed. Okay. Alright, so just to help orient, we crawled out the window, went around, showed you the tea house. We ignored this part for now. We're going to come back to that. We jumped across. We ignored this for now. And then we snuck around this way and came up this way. And now we're sort of coming back to where we started. There is a sword up here. That's not bad. It's pretty decent. I usually end up...
Broken bones. Must have fallen.
I usually end up not using it very often, though. So, you know, we get this whole bunch more alchemy stuff.
Wish I had a bag of
As you
holding.
can tell, I'm not a big alchemy fan. So, the alchemy does take up weight. So, right here, I could just hit extract all, and so you can see there's a whole bunch of suspensions and stuff. So go ahead and did that, and 4 new recipes unlocked. So I just made a crap ton of stuff. The one thing it doesn't do, and then I can click on this, is it doesn't do the potions, the final product. Like all the supplements and essences, which are the intermediate things you need to do, that's what we just did. So then I can click this button, and you can see, alright, we can do coatings. So we can coat our weapon in poison. Those are things that I never remember to do. We can make some grenades. We can make some elixirs. I do want to be able to see in the dark, or I'm sorry, see invisible. I don't think any of these do that. That keeps your concentration. I think this lets you get spell slots back. And then here you can see there's a bunch of potions. This is a nice one for, you know, when we wanted to jump like we did that last time. But the big key thing that's missing here is that there's nothing that lets me see invisible. But who doesn't want healing potions? So I'll make all 5 of those. Let's make some vaulting potions. Sure. And a feather fall. So you can see, like, the grenades are out. Some of the elixirs are out. And then we just got... I mean, who doesn't want... I made everything I could. Now, what did that do for me? That probably freed up my inventory a little bit. I should have checked my before and after weight, but... anyways. Let's continue. Alright. There's an ancient Selenite journal. Basically, they're making a stand, because you can see I am back to the beginning of the temple. And yes, I could go up and try to loot him, but that would be very foolish. What else can we gotta go? There's a couple trunks, maybe things we can loot. But the thing I was looking for here is up this path. Yep, there it is.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
I am not the right person to be doing this role.
You can't recall anything this esoteric.
I am not the right person. Let's have
I
Shadow
wonder what
Heart.
the next move is.
Check it out.
A slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil.
Here we go.
This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Illustray. Blood can only be honored with blood.
I never find that to be fun.
The drow
just
script
take a knife out and
inscribed
cut
on the
your hand
blade
like that?
flickers and glows. It rises from the stone.
Now, the way I remember getting the stone out is the paladin just pulled it out with brute strength because it was able to, you know, invoke its own whatever. But it's a longsword that basically is for bards. It gives you performance +1, and then it actually will sing a song that will either bolster your troops or cause the enemy to go mad. And it's like, it's an ability, so instead of attacking with it, you would do that. And it's almost like a sleep spell or whatever in terms of like what it does to the enemy.
I've got a long
or it
road
helps
ahead.
everybody else to
Have to
you know,
keep going.
hit. It's almost like a bless spell, like gives you better, chance to hit, stuff like that. So it's not horrible. And just from raw damage perspective, it's actually a decent sword. You have to be using a longsword, of course, which none of us at this time are. Actually, I take that back.
Keep your distance, darling.
He's doing a dual wield situation. And I'm not even sure the second one's ever attacking.
A long way to go still.
Watch your back.
Sure. We'll let him do it.
Tread lightly.
Alright. So here you can see we almost completely removed all the darkness. Now the next place we're going is here. And the way to get there is to go to there. You can see they're climbing down, and then I think they have to go down and around. And you got the mushroom people. The fungus among us. These are all the
Swallowed by a
fungi.
chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices. The harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Problem is it's my ranger, so his insight's probably his best. Oh yeah, you only need a 5. Roll a
You detect
24.
a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
You could always do this. Use the parasite to dominate people. You only get to do it like 1 or 2 times, I think, per long rest. If all else fails, you could definitely resort to that. But I've understood their motivations, so this is going to work.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak.
The persistent music coaxes you forward.
Alright, so basically we just got admission into the Myconid colony. Yeah, that's what we're doing. You can see they have some servants. This colony basically is a circle. You walk around the circle and there's several ways in and out. Like there's some exits over here. This of course being one of the major ones. And you can see there's some dead ones, but don't touch them. I have touched them by accident, which is annoying. And of course this guy's running away because we have a wolf walking around with us. And then this is really easy to miss. So you're coming up and this is part of the circle, right? To go this way or that way. But this is actually where the Sovereign is. It said come down, but this is actually up.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Dwegar slashed me.
I don't remember this part. I think she was always dead by the time I got here.
Whatever that is, I needed it.
Why are you helping me? No arguments there. Felt like a hook horror was sorting through my guts. But that cure did the trick. Quick, sharp too.
I thank you for your help, but I gotta get... It hurts. Girls' garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Seems you're the helping kind. All right. I need you to rescue my kin. Not charity, mind. We can pay. We're Iron Hand Clan. Best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwegar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it. Just mining for material.
The briefest hesitation, but enough.
But our work pays well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
That's a tough roll. Let's try it one more time. Wow.
Fine. It's complicated, but my clan has... We were searching for something to turn the tide. That's all I can say. But it's worth a lot to us. Understand? Look, you've done me a good turn and you deserve the truth. If you need to go your own way, I respect that, but still, I'm asking. Thank you. But here. I'll mark where I made my escape and wait here, I suppose.
Alright, never got that kind of quest before. What did I get from her? A boot of speed. It's not awful. And he's not wearing anything, so might as well put it on him. Okay.
Let's move. Have I been this way before?
When we were down here, I told you there's this boat. The boat takes us to another place where the Dwegar are. And then all these deep gnomes are held prisoner. They're slaves, basically. And it's another area that's just as big as this. So you see how we're moving around and there's all these things we're interacting with? Once you take that boat, you're going to another area just as big. So don't think it's just a simple smash and grab kind of thing. It's not. You go over there, there's so much stuff going on. But it's all doable. And there's a ladder over there that takes you to Act 2. The only thing I can tell you is don't ever go to Act 2 until you're good and ready. So the game sort of implies that we could go through the Underdark to get to Act 2. And you know that because of the here. We have to go to Moonrise Towers, which is Act 2. So we can go through the mountain or Underdark. The thing that the game sort of implies is that it's one or the other. And that's true. However, it's also not true. And I'll tell you the part that's not true. It's mostly true. So we're in the Underdark now. We can go all the way up to that ladder and then just choose not to take the ladder. And then we can completely go the other way and go through the mountain pass and then take that path. So you're in essence doing both regions. And it's only until you take that either that ladder or you will go through this particular, I think it's cave. Once you make that fateful decision, then you've chosen which direction you've gone. But up until then, you can clear both of the areas and get all your rewards. The mountain pass is where the Githyanki Creche is. So if you want to do Lysel's quest, you've got to go to the mountain pass. It's mandatory. The Underdark is where the Grim Forge is. So if you want to make some really cool items, you got to go there. And then most of these, these different quests we have here, not that one, right here, saving the gnomes, all this is all Underdark stuff. So, anyways, you get the gist. It's,
What is the creature doing to those corpses?
So here you can see there's a creature. That's the Sovereign. That's the king, not him. So, we're just going to walk up and talk to him.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Let us spill blood. Dwergar or myconid, I care not which.
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song. An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
So he basically gives you some spore grenades.
The Sovereign
used
gifts
them.
you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word. We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my group.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
Don't worry. I wouldn't hesitate.
I don't know if I really need the spore.
You may not. The spores hear only the circle. They dance to know.
So this is where I'm very curious to actually have a spore druid down here. And then yeah, you can see this is an enemy that they are basically almost serving like undead. They're forcing the enemy to serve them because they're basically covered in fungus. It's an interesting interesting lure, that's for sure. Alright, so now we're being asked to kill. First things first, you can see we got a teleporter spot. So we could always come back here, which is
Ripple
good.
Bark. Could sustain an entire village if
And then we
seeded
have
properly.
Blurg. who's actually a pretty awesome
visitor.
guy.
You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the custom.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spilled.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance. Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such... It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? You were infected by an illithid tadpole. You must be worried sick. I have a friend who... Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zirkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis? That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it
Geich, your head will make a...
Please hold. One of my brethren forced a tadpole, but I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you...
I ask only that you refrain from violence. If that settles matters for the time being, open your mind to me. Let us see.
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive. Awake. Almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing.
I thought it was always agonizing.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magic. Moreover, the cranium has undergone severe trauma. It is a miracle the brain functions at all. Extraction would risk much. It is not ideal, but not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination. A Nautiloid? Fascinating. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. Of course, but I have an idea.
Oh.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many a tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms.
We happen to be at a mushroom place.
They have subtle psionic. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is...
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric. The Southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
May your travels be...
Okay, so they're telling us to go get these mushrooms from a cleric. first things first, those mushrooms can be found in multiple ways. It's not just from the cleric. And the cleric happens to be right here. And if you recall, I told you I didn't want to go this way yet. Whenever we went here, I said we were going to come back, and now, boom, we have a quest to go to the cleric's tower. So we'll come back to that. And then this is the quest to kill the Dwegar, which was the other thing I told you I didn't want to do. So we actually got the quest to come back to the two places we walked past. And then there's still also a section here of stuff to do. And we do have to do it. It's going to be interesting. That's the best way I could put it. Alright, but we're not done here. This guy actually has some really good stuff to trade, but he doesn't trade with you until you
I greet you,
find the
child
mushrooms.
of the sun. How has your search for the mushrooms fared?
These are just nice
I
story
was
stuff.
born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected. In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company. And thus I now feed from those who act against the society's goals. Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
I guess that's one way to do it. Alright, but this is the guy we
Welcome
want to talk to
back.
for now.
Have you made any new discoveries?
We want
I
to
do
trade with him.
enjoy a good bargain.
Let's get rid of
If
some of our-
anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Now, you can actually find 3 of these Idols of Saloon. I held on to them until I completely beat the game, thinking that eventually you're going to use them for something. They're worthless. So. He's got 1,400 bucks, so bare minimum you can just get the cash. He has some nice scrolls, but unless you're playing a wizard, you don't need them. The one scroll you need to buy, and this is around the time you could start finding them, is you have to buy a haste scroll. I never once found a haste scroll naturally. So when you find one, snatch it up. And of course, that's only if you have a wizard. We don't have a wizard, so I don't need scrolls to do my thing. I have seen, there are tricks in this game. For example, you can go back to your camp, become a wizard, consume all the scrolls to learn the spells, and then switch back to sorcerer. Because whatever scrolls you learned as a wizard, you actually keep them. Even though you've switched to be a sorcerer. It's a little bit broken if you ask me. But at the same time, I also understand. Because if you switch to a sorcerer, then switch back to a wizard, there's no way to go ahead and reclaim those scrolls again. So it does create quite a dilemma where you could actually have a dumb wizard that doesn't know any spells. Because, you reclassed him and then reclassed him back because you change your mind, and now all of a sudden, all of his spells are gone. So basically, though, you can cheat. Learn all these spells and then switch to a sorcerer, and you could be a sorcerer with all this spell knowledge. But anyways, I digress. Here, when you gain lightning charges, they also gain 3 temporary hit points. So I happen to be gaining lightning charges here. When you do damage with a spell or cantrip, if you start your turn on electrified surface, I think that might be it. So it's not the worst thing in the world, and we're not wearing anything at the moment, so I might do that. That's 171. This one gives you Scorching Ray. Just basically, you cast the spell. Not horrible. And then the Baneful. You can Bane a target on a hit. This is really good for, like, if you're a monk. Or maybe some kind of bizarre fighter type. And then this one here. This is an awesome one. It's why that Lightning Blast is probably not something I'm going to wear. When you shoot Magic Missile, it shoots an additional missile. That's just good all around. Because you can... So your Magic Missile normally shoots 3. This makes it 4. And then if you do like a level 6 Magic Missile, it shoots, I think, 8, and this makes it 9 or whatever. It's really, really good. You know, because I'm doing all this storm stuff, I really not casting Magic Missile as much as I used to. Although every now and then you run into that person that's immune to everything except for force damage. This is usually a must-buy. At the moment, because I have this Blast Pendant, I'm actually leaning towards I don't need it. I think I'm going to buy it just to have it, in case I change my mind. I don't want to lose the opportunity. Then this one here is just a staff that lets you cast magic or acid arrow. Not horrible. Not great either. This one here lets you see in the dark up to 12 meters. Now, the elf can already do that. I think the half-elf can. I don't think the Githyanki can, or me. So it's good for if you're shooting a bow, especially here in the Underdark. It gives you some vision. So we might add that to the mix as well. So we're going to go ahead and add a bunch of stuff. This is the grenades that they just gave us. I don't need them. You can already see I already earned the value of both of those. These I'm holding on to so Gale can absorb them. This one here, like, we can actually give this to Asterion, and basically the wolf would be immune to any damage except for psychic damage, but it has a chance to go mad. I'd rather just sell the thing. These are, like I said, for Gale to consume. I'm gonna go ahead and it's like this was once a staff. I think you can make a staff with it. I'll hold on to it for now. Hold on to this for purposes. This I need to hold on to. Don't need that. Let's get rid of all this junk that we took from... Alright, so $875. Not a bad haul. Gonna get 580 bucks plus 2 things. And so this one here, when you gain lightning charges, you get temporary hit points. That's actually not a bad one for me at all. The big dilemma is, do I... You know, am I gonna embrace the magic missile, or am I gonna embrace the lightning blast? So, I think for now, the lightning blast, given the fact that I'm a storm sorcerer, is the right path. However, I can give this to her because she's also a, you know, she's a Tempest cleric, so she could do some lightning blast stuff, and then we could have the best of both worlds. So I might end up doing that. I definitely don't need this Beastmaster's chain. And what else did I think? I think I wanted to be able to see in the dark. I wanted to give that to the Githyanki. So just take some more money out of him. Now we'll switch to her. Yeah, you can see we got a whole bunch of stuff here we can sell. Let's sell the heavy stuff. You can see I'm already way over on value. What else can I take? Gonna have to take some stuff back. There we go. Alright, so I took all but 27 bucks. If we go an adventure and then come back, he'll replenish his cash. So, no worries there.
Very well.
And like I said, this guy has his own items to sell. He's just not willing to sell them yet until we go and get those mushrooms. There's another vendor actually further up here. So as we walk along, get the different things. Then I think back in one of these is going to be the treasure chest we're going to eventually get. Alright, so these guys are not happy that we have a wolf with us. I don't know why. Here we go. So once we complete the mission, they'll open this up, and then there's some really cool stuff back there for us. So, for now...
Assume nothing. Look quick! Alas, time for change.
Want master back.
This is an interesting one. So basically there's a wife here looking for her husband.
All right. What now?
Seems pretty innocent on the surface.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name. Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Right now, waiting for that idiot Balin's return. Less you've seen him, we don't have much to discuss.
So she's not a very nice person. She's looking for a particular mushroom that is extremely rare. In fact, I only know of one place where you can find it, and it's really hard to get. But long story short, she's using this mushroom to drug her husband into being the idiot that he is, because her husband was abusive when he wasn't the idiot that he is. So she's basically doing it to protect herself. So you can't really fault her for that, I guess. But it does create some interesting dilemmas, because the first one is if you do find this mushroom, she demands that you give it to her. She isn't even willing to buy it from you. And if you refuse, then she gets really rude. She keeps claiming that she's using it to sell at Baldur's Gate. I don't know if that's true, because I don't remember running into her at Baldur's Gate at all. But it's hard to remember all the people, and Baldur's Gate is a very big place. With that said, I did use the mushroom, and I did not use it in Baldur's Gate, and I'm not sure if it was the right place to use the mushroom, but anyways, we might run into that again. First of all, she is a merchant, so let's buy from her while we can, and this is a massively useful one. It adds 2 healing spells, so they don't count as spell slots, right? Those are just spells that she just... so we can give that to our cleric. And then, of course, we have Ring Mail +2, which is a heavy armor. It can be helpful. else we got? This one, you get an extra 2 damage to your weapon attacks. So it just adds plus 2 damage. Really helpful if you're going to do dual hand crossbows, because each hand crossbow adds plus 2 damage. This one lets you get jump. And there's a hand crossbow right there. And 2 light crossbows. So here you can see we almost able to pay for it, and she has another 1,300 bucks on her. So we'll give those out. And yeah, we got more stuff to sell here. $448 13 more. She's got some other decent items. I don't know if I would pay the money for them, but yeah, we're hoarding a bunch of cash right now. And that's what you more or less want to do. And we'll go ahead and leave her.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker, reach into memory. Tell me of home.
It shivers, overwhelmed by alien sights. It reveals its own home in reply, a humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwegar rot. I mean to join you. Remain in the
Okay, so basically this dude is gonna join us. He's the whippiest dude ever. We get into a fight with them and he runs away. He doesn't actually swing a punch, not one single time. And then none of the other myconids like him, because he was a sovereign of another clan that I guess got wiped out. I mean, you gotta feel some sympathy for that. But basically, he wants us to betray and kill the sovereign up here, this guy, so he can take over this clan. He's like the equivalent of, like, this is the light side and he's the dark side. The problem is he's such a jerk. Like, I don't even want to help him. And we'll see. I did agree for his help because I just want to see if he turns into a jerk again.
Eager for battle.
Alright, so we bought some stuff. I'm gonna do this so she can see in the dark. And then this is the extra 2 acid damage when your weapon attacks. So, she obviously attacks twice. So we can give it to her. We can give it to
What now?
him, because he's got the bow. Neither of them are doing... Like I said, if you have dual-wielding hand crossbows, you're adding +4 damage, assuming both of them hit. Because it'd be +2 damage to this weapon, and then +2 damage to that one.
Oh, enough waiting.
For now, I'll just have her equip it. And then off we go.
Quickly then.
So we more or less got our circle going. This is one of those exits I was telling you about. So here you can see the circle. We climbed up here. Now we're going around the circle. There's a way to cross here, so don't worry about that. And then this is where the her husband is. We do want to go there, but we got this jerk with us, and he wants us to fight down here, so we'll go ahead and do that right now. We'll come back and do the husband thing later. And yeah, you can just walk right across the water. Oh, be careful, that's stealing. I almost stole something. Not have been good. In fact, let me save it now. Right, and then we're back to the original entrance. Down we go. And then this is where you're like, oh, look at this, there was signs of battle. And of course we came up this hill. Not down it last time. I always have a hard time with this battle. My son made it look so easy. Gonna go ahead and save. Yes, we are very close. One guy's right inside of here. And our perception failed, so we didn't catch the ambush.
What? Gek! Got someone sneaking up on us.
You got a bloody rot flower for company? Must have let it get in your head. My act.
And they won't even talk to us because we got this dude with us. It's already looking better because last time he wasn't even a blue circle. Maybe there was a glitch last time. Alright, so we got one dude here, Lurgan. Oh, what do we want to do? See, I don't have lightning charges. Equal to your remaining lightning charges. Oh, I see. That may not be... I may, yeah, I may like the other one better.
Try me.
Okay, brings all these undead to life. And then the one in here, or maybe he'll come through. Anyways, he's gonna fireball us, so we gotta get. See, I'm blocked by people no matter which way I go. There he is.
Hatazeth!
Wait, that's not bad. 14 damage. 4 more. We then look, this guy is no longer blue. There we go. Now I can finally control him. So it is letting me control him. I'm telling you, I could not control him in the past. I don't care if he dies. So we're gonna send him down here against these guys. 12 damage ain't bad. Alright, so they silenced this. Easily fixed if I go outside of the silence range. That was nice. Alright, interesting. Can obviously take those down. I can take a lot out of there. I don't know how long he'll actually be our friend if I keep hitting him. We could. Sort of like that. Let's do that. So we just did 7 damage. Yeah, it's not that great of a necklace. I like it. 90%. These undead guys actually do punch pretty hard. See, this is a classic problem. Get yourself a nice pet to help you, but there's no room for him. He had to, like, you know, jump over people. He was blocking doorways. That's why the Raven is actually good. The Raven doesn't block as much. And it flies.
My path be true.
Not quite there. This would be a good guy to hamstring if I can. Of course I miss. Somebody's down there. There he comes. Alright, we're back to this dude. Target has to be prone. Animated, so we can have a corpse serve us. And let's just kill him. Missed. Yeah, seeing invisibility would be nice here.
Quickly.
Since we're in the Underdark, that's actually a lot more difficult of a bow shot to do. Because being able to shoot all the way across the map like that, not in the cards. See, and then I got stuck again, blocking. Nope, I didn't. Maybe we'll make it through. Always fun watching a dog climb down a rope.
I will ascend.
Wow. What happened there? She used Divine Smite. Oh, she critical. She rolled a critical, didn't she? Right there. Attack roll 20, critical. So she did 21 slashing, 2 acid. Then the Divine Smite did another 22. Wow. There's 11 more. We'll take it. Switch her back to her weapon though before she quits. So this guy basically killed himself. That Tempest thing is so powerful.
Let's spill some blood.
Alright. And damage, respectable. There we go.
Swift and lethal.
I don't care. This guy's almost dead. He's gonna create a rebellion. So if you kill him before then, it's not so bad. But it's alright. I'm cheesing it a bit.
On I go.
Alright. So they're all dead.
Is cleansed. Come, we must speak.
With haste.
Indolence breeds madness.
We can keep going a little
Heal
longer
ourselves
now.
up a little bit. Alright.
Still breathing.
This guy wants
Despite everything.
The tumor is excised. The Dwega are dead. Here break ground. From the dark will my death doer. The grotto may sustain but one. There may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
So you're gonna turn on Spa, who gave you shelter.
Her fate it had. My circle long suffered. I sang to Spore for help. Yet it can't choose smooth mind. Help me or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of glut to devour it whole.
So this would then... See, the problem is he wants me to, like... The thing is Glut... Or the other one, Spall... did ask me to do this quest. To avenge him. So he's being basically a jerk. So I can either say I don't want any part of it, or I can just attack him. I don't know what the right choice is here. I'll just say I have no part of this.
It is my right.
Its delicate harmonies turn to scrape.
Your corpse will birth.
Yeah, so now the dude wants to fight us. Complete jerkorama. And he's full health. Although this time he actually helped in the battle. Like I said, last time he just ran around and didn't even participate. See.
Well, so much for peace.
Pretty easy kill.
Let's finish this.
The usurper is dead. So much for circle glut.
Fire, Chucky.
Never wanted the easy path.
Indolence breeds madness.
Alright, just checking the relationship status.
I'm ready.
They all like me. Asturian more or less doesn't. Feelings mutual. Take a bunch of stuff. This ship, like I said, takes you to the other area. Don't go there until you're ready. It should be the last thing you do.
This way.
Clear this whole map first before you go do that.
Might find something useful.
And yeah, you're gonna see, like, there was quite a battle here. And most of it is just piles of flesh. Hey, Jero. And you can see there's another teleporter spot.
I should
So
take
now
that.
we can go up or back down. And so in our case, we want to go right back up to the colony. So we're going to do that. And then like our good wolf here is doing, we go up.
Mind never quiet. Breathe deep and move.
It greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon.
So, Glut was scheming to slaughter your circle.
You are one with Spore. Your throat tightens.
And I sense only silence. The songs we sing, you aid us in good faith. The Guardian Gate is open. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head.
I'm more than happy to kill this... whoever he is. But tell me there's something in it for us.
The drow lurks in the ruins beyond.
Okay, so he basically took care of both. We got credit for finishing his quest and for saving him from rebellion. You don't have to save him from rebellion to get what we're gonna go get right now, but this is a very glorious reward. So
Might be useful.
we're gonna get a blue cap mushroom, scroll of blindness, scroll ray of sickness. This is just basic stuff. I'm saving the best for last. Some more scrolls, some spoiled food to pick that up. And then this shadow of Menzo Barenzen is really good if you have an assassin or a thief. But basically, for 2 turns, you can be invisible. And it's a helm. It doesn't offer anything else besides that. I mean, for now,
Keep a blade close.
he's wearing a bard's one. We can make it, you know, so you can see he looks like a assassin type. It's pretty good. And then we go
No time to rest.
to loot the pale corpse. So this guy has some wood bark. These are all chemical components for alchemy. Actually, I don't know what the icy metal does though. And then it says flump mating rituals. But it's
The
not.
cover proudly announces this book to be Flump Mating Rituals. The scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to
So what this is instructions for
Adamantine
using
forge.
the
Its location already revealed, of course, thanks to the memory shard.
So the memory shard revealed the location, and then this is the instructions for how to use it. So very, very important. And then we can even go further.
The secret to mastering the Adamantine 4 book, disguised by lost workshop of Siluriali, finest weapons in all creation. Dawn knows, but cannot tell.
Dorn is the guy who was in stone.
Battle with rival. Summoned spectator. Zagrim, conjurer.
the spells.
So they're all part of the same party. So we found the memory shard from Dorn, and then we found this from him. So you can see we're getting all the pieces necessary to be able to go to that forge. And this is all another reason why you don't want to just get on that ship and go. I don't know what would happen if you did actually.
These boots
Maybe
have
you don't
seen
need
everything.
these things, but these things definitely paint the picture for you and help you to understand what's going on. Alright, so next up would be to help rescue this lady's husband. We also have some more business down here that will reveal itself as we go. Oh, and then we gotta go to the cleric's place too. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and save here and end the video. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.